Welcome to Koality Time with Koala Wallet and friends. Today in the den, we are celebrating the release of the browser extension. This is a fun and interactive conversation that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. This event was recorded on August 7th, 2023, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this video do not represent the views of Koala Wallet directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also, make sure to subscribe and like the video to help support the channel. Now let's get started. Enjoy! Welcome everybody to another Quality Time with us over here at Koala Wallet. Today we're going to be celebrating the finally the launch of our Chrome browser extension wallet. This has been in the works for quite a while, and we're very excited to finally have it go live so that everyone can give it a try out. If you guys haven't already and you're listening and you want to go try out the wallet, make sure you guys just click on our profile here for Koala Wallet. It is the pinned tweet right at the top, or you can go to koalawallet.io/download and get all the different download links for the mobile wallet, the extension, everything. And if you do enjoy the wallet, make sure that you leave a review on the App Store. It would be very much appreciated and help us out tremendously. Now, so today we're just going to be pretty much chatting with the team members from Koala Wallet, finding out a little bit about the development process, the things that we have kind of in store for the wallet and all that kind of fun stuff, and then just kind of opening the floor up to all the different people who have joined, let them go through maybe a quick recap of the projects that they've been working on or any questions that they may have when it comes to the extension. So why don't we just start off with Kobe here, and he can give us his rundown of, because Koala Wallet has kind of been, his envision with the other team members right from the start. So let's kind of go over what we envisioned for Koala Wallet and all the work that came into developing this brand new browser extension.
Absolutely, Chris. As a lot of community members here who have been with us since day one remember, we came into Kadena kind of swinging, hoping to make the best single asset wallet we could. Always knowing that the best way we could ever hope to expand the ecosystem to bring more projects and more attention to projects in the ecosystem was really to have this jumping point, this really streamlined, agile, modular base product that we can quickly add and develop on features, new assets, new ways to interact with your funds, and as we've always said, unlocking the power behind your digital assets. So, coming into the game, we had two paths. We could start developing for desktop or mobile. And from our experience back at our other wallet, Koinami, we definitely knew that mobile to go from mobile to an extension wallet was going to be a much better development process than the other way. So we went with a stack called Flutter and Dart to really have a very modular cross-platform approach from day one. And it really paid off in the end as we started developing our extension wallet. And instead of having to create a whole new product, as we've seen a lot of people, like, for example, Phantom Wallet, like all these different names going from extension wallets to mobile and having lots of issues. Our issues were sorting out all the bugs and little features of using a mouse instead of a touch screen. So again, having a really conclusive multi-platform application in Koala was our goal so that we can start the next evolution of progress in this crypto space ecosystem, which, as I've mentioned, alluded to, is bringing new eyes and attention to Kadena. I remember my first Twitter space. I'm not sure, Matt, you may have been there, but I think some of our folks at Eucalyptus were listening in. Even before we had Koala fully out on the market, we had a thesis that Kadena's job was to create this microprocessor, was to really, zone in and define an amazing tech product that others could build upon, use for their own creations, all of this, and that we would offload and handle a lot of the things like marketing, a lot of the things like bringing the attention to the projects, which we set out to do with your amazing and excellent work at KPN, Kadena Ecosystem. And now we're widening that through the wallet itself. So with that in mind, we said, how do we bring new projects into the space, get them to see Kadena? And the Kadena team really agreed with us. Well, you have to showcase the other tech next to ours. So that's what we're doing now at Koala, bringing in a whole new user base. And to accommodate them, we wanted to make sure we're covering all the platforms. So you can now use Koala on whether it's your old Chromebook to your new iPhone, to some Android phone you lock up in a safe as your kind of cold wallet. And we're just so excited that we're finally here. It has taken, I'll be really honest, it's taken longer than we expected. A lot of that is because along the way, we implemented new things into Kadena even recently that we didn't expect, like the test network, like different features with KD Swap that we didn't expect, like the test network, like different features with KD Swap, NFT indexing we had to go through a lot of. But again, this is all in efforts and in excitement to offer the best of the technology to enable what's being built on top of it and more. Don't worry, this space, I'm not just going to be ranting and rambling the entire time. I just wanted to share with the community, the experience we've had, our goal, and how we got to this point, because we're really excited that this is where we are now.
I think one thing people need to realize too is that the reason things took us a little bit longer than expected was we built a lot of the infrastructure ourselves in the back end. We're not relying on a lot of the APIs and things that other projects and dApps and stuff pull from. We're running our own node. We're running our own infrastructure. So those kind of things took a little bit more time to set up. But that is why, we have quick speeds with our Explorer, why we have the transaction notifications, things like that in the wallet. There's lots of pluses that came to building our own infrastructure in the back end as opposed to using pre-existing APIs and things like that can get overrun with requests. They could go down because they're hosted by third-party services that you have no control over. So there's lots of reasons that we took those directions that we did to build out the product that we have. And speaking of the product that we have Brenny with us, who is the project manager for Koala Wallet. He's been the one steering the ship behind the scenes, making sure that all the devs stay on track, all the design stays on track, and that everything has a nice even flow. So Brenny, I don't know if you want to maybe talk about some of the processes and development that you went through in making Koala Wallet what it is today.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Hi, guys. For those of you that don't know me, as Chris said, I am the product owner, the manager of the Koala Wallet. And, as Kobe said, the main issues for us was with development of the extension was getting everything right because it's a completely different platform. There's a different way to navigate using the mouse and the keyboard, and just trying to ensure still giving users what they need on a desktop platform without over complicating things for them. It was a bit of a tricky situation, and managing all the devs for all the work it's been pretty easy, to be fair. They're all like great. They all know what they're doing, and we're all just trying to now get to that point where, as Kobe says, we're bringing on other blockchains and other features into the app to bring more eyes to the Kadena ecosystem. So the process is going great. Our designer is working on all these new features, and we can't wait to get them out, really.
Speaking on the great devs that have been working on building the Koala Wallet extension out, we have Yaroslav, who is one of our amazing back-end devs and has been working tirelessly on making sure that this Chrome extension is a masterpiece, just like our mobile wallet, and it's all functioning and great. So I don't know, Yaroslav, if you want to maybe cover some of the things that you found were maybe like exceptions that were kind of difficult to get over, some of the differences between the mobile version and the desktop version that, may have caused some hiccups when it came to development, and just, your overall thoughts on the process of making this wallet.
Yeah, I'd say probably the biggest challenge we currently have, and I hope that will be eliminated in the future, is the choices that we do about how we securely store the data. Because when we are talking about mobile, like iOS, Android, there are secure keychains we can use and are not publicly accessible, even if there is some malware on the phone. And when we're talking about Chrome extension and websites, most of the data are usually publicly available, and we have to be sure that we encrypt in those and we do not store password anywhere and stuff. So yeah, also a lot of different APIs, because Chrome extensions actually work like a lot differently from websites. They require different permissions, and the publishing process is also kind of not so fancy as with mobile world, because when we are talking about mobile world, we can create different tracks for releases. We can postpone some of them. We can make like partial publishes and stuff. And when we are talking about Chrome Store, if we've submitted some build for release, we even cannot cancel it. So we're just waiting till release and have no options to edit anything. So yeah, we had a lot of different interesting lessons about that. What else interesting there? Yeah, I think
I completely Yara, like the whole process of releasing the extension to the store has been a nightmare. There's a lack of documentation for development. There's a lack of documentation for actually the requirements of the store. But we got there in the end, and the headache's over for now.
Yeah,
it's kind of a lottery poll, right?
Yeah, definitely. We see the same thing with Apple when we release our releases, and yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, but you look at the draw, you get there.
Yeah. Anyways, we first created closed alpha release, which was available only to testers, to test everything, to polish everything, but still we got a couple of surprises with production release.
Yeah, there's always going to be surprises. Like, I'm kind of surprised that the Google Chrome store has issues with uploading apps, just because the Google Play Store is probably one of the easiest places to get an application published and pushed through. Apple, of course, has always been a pain, no matter what you're doing, but even more so when it comes to crypto related stuff. They're even more resilient and harder to get things through. But we find a way to get through. We have a team that's been doing this for many years, so we know all the little tricks and stuff, and what they're going to be looking for, the things that they're going to say yes to, and the things they're going to say no to. So having those things in line is really what sets us up to be able to get these things into the proper hands, get them pushed to the proper stores in a timely fashion. So that is one good thing about us, and a good thing about the experience that we do have working with these different platforms. So I think this might be the first time we've had a Chrome extension wallet, because I don't think our previous ventures, we didn't have a extension version of the wallet. We did have a desktop version of the wallet, which may come in the future for Koala as well. But I don't think we ever had an extension wallet. So going with the Chrome store is definitely a new venture for us. So it's always good to learn new things.
Absolutely. And in the past venture, we did actually have a demo that was done maybe 2019 of if we wanted to run the full app, which was about 40 megabytes, maybe even 50 in the browser. It worked pretty well. It was, of course, like slow because it wasn't really developed for an extension platform. It was kind of fit into a box. But a main difference that we've, of course, noticed is, again, the speed of the extension wallet, the impeccable work by Yaro to make sure we're keeping it. I think we actually beat out 90% of the extension wallets on the market in their size. So that you're installing a really simple package, really quick and agile. And as we add to that platform, you won't see that size or lag time going up because, again, of the expertise that Yaro and our developers and product managers have brought to the product.
Yeah, that's one thing, especially when it comes to using Chrome specifically, is the more extensions you have, things like that, the slower. Chrome is a resource hog as it is by itself. And then when you add a whole bunch of multiple extensions on top of that, crazy amounts of bookmarks, a whole bunch of open tabs, you can really be sluggish when it comes to running on, unless your computer is a beast. Like my computer is a gaming PC beast pretty much. So it can handle those kind of things. But for people using like laptops, things like that, it could really bog it down. So having a good, agile, small app that can run flawlessly and not take up a huge amount of resources is really important, I believe, going forward.
Yeah, no technical detail. I think actually extension might be even smaller because we are actually using Canvas Kit. So like instead of drawing as in React or other websites, like using existing HTML, we are like drawing everything from very beginning, from zero. And we have like something about 9 megabytes dedicated for that, maybe 8. And maybe 2 is actually responsible for UI logic and stuff. So yeah. Maybe in future we would be able to tree shake even more out of that.
Nice. Yeah, it says right now, if you go to click on the extension and then just look at the information, 28.3 megabytes. So that's pretty good. That's considering what, everything, all the functionality and everything that it has in it, that's a pretty decent size for a wallet. I'm not, unless you just to look at maybe some other ones. Yeah, there's other wallets, extension wallets I have that are a little bit smaller, but ours have more features and things. So, it kind of makes sense that ours would be just a tiny bit bigger than some of our closest competitors, but still, very good. It's all really about the implementation and the flow. We've had one or two little things that users have reported, which we've been very quick to fix already. So if anyone has any that's using any of our wallets, be it our mobile wallet, our extension wallet, anything, definitely make sure to join our Discord channel. You can just click on our profile here, go to our link tree. There's links for the Discord channel, and you can speak to us directly. Our dev team's in there, our support team's in there. Any kind of problems you may have, make sure that you just come in here. Leave us a quick note. We'll be pretty quick to reply. And any kind of feedback is always much appreciated because, we test things very thoroughly in the back end before we ever put anything into production release. But, it's the more eyes, the better, the more people looking at it. So, the more people helping us with feedback is very much appreciated. So hopefully we can get even more eyes on there. And hopefully to get more eyes on it, we've started a giveaway as well. If you see at the top of our space, we have started a big mega giveaway. So I want to give a big thank you to the projects that were graciously enough to supply some really awesome things for the giveaway. We have CAD Cars has given up a free mint and 15 whitelist spots. We have Wizards Arena that you can snag yourself up 1,000 Wizza tokens and then go and use them and get some really cool wizard stuff. So if you're into Wizards Arena, definitely check that out. We also have a 25 KDA from Pitbull Bushidos. If you guys haven't checked out Pitbull Bushidos, make sure you guys go check them out as well. We got a Gen 1 NFT from the Secret Garden of Kadena crew, as well as 20 KDA. So they've been very generous in donating with that. We have 2 Boxing Badger NFTs. So if you want to check out, they're building a really cool kind of like punch-out boxing kind of game. So if you haven't checked out them, make sure you guys go check that out. You can check out all of these projects on the KadenaEcosystem.com website as well, with links to all of their social medias. So make sure you guys go and check those. And then we also, from ourselves here at Koala Wallet, we are adding ourselves 50 KDA to the pot, and then any t-shirt. So whoever wins the t-shirt can go to our swag.koalawallet.io website, pick out any of the t-shirts that we have on the website for you to win. So lots of really cool prizes. There's a few, it's the usual kind of Gleam style. We're using a new website called Sweeper or Sweep Widget. It's the same basic thing as Gleam. It's just a couple of steps you have to go through, lots of different entries, follow some people on Twitter, join a couple of Discord servers, and definitely make sure to download the browser extension. There's instructions and everything on how to do that. So make sure you guys, if you haven't already, click that giveaway link at the top of the space and go and get your entries in. So we've talked a little bit about now the extension being released, a couple of things. Let's maybe talk about some of the features that are currently available in the wallet, and maybe we can give some kind of alpha into some of the things that we're also working on that we hope to see coming very soon to the wallet. So maybe, I don't know if Kobe wants to maybe first, right from the koala's mouth, get some little alpha news or things that we've been working on.
Absolutely. As I've alluded to in lots of other conversations and talking in general, One of the biggest things that we're adding to Koala is the capacity for Ethereum, is the capacity for more blockchains, and it's always been inherently part of the Koala strategy, as I've mentioned. So without getting into too much of what you're going to see, we will be becoming that multi-platform wallet that you love. We don't think you should have to need 10 different apps per blockchain on your phone. But the learning experience we gained with Kadena and working so closely with the team is how can we accommodate a wide breadth of projects and users that have all their individual needs? How can we accommodate that best in a wallet and replicate that success across many blockchains? We think that by having the focus on Kadena for the past year, it's really helped us show the community that we are dedicated, and that just because we're adding Ethereum doesn't mean we're Ethereum maxis by far. What it shows is that we recognize this is the evolution of the product, and we think that we have the capacity to really help the community find the products in Kadena's ecosystem. So what you're going to see is the partnership between not only Ethereum, but some more blockchains who are going to come on and have a much easier and better experience with Koala Wallet. And we hope that they'll say, hey, why am I keeping a MetaMask and a Trust wallet and an Exodus wallet when I could be doing this all in one coherent ecosystem space with all of the features that I need to use? So I think that's one of the large foundations that we're building off of right now for Koala. And the second is what we're planning for community engagement and really rewarding our users and showing them that we care for all that they've helped us build in the past year and all that we want them to help contribute going forward. We have been asked many a time when Koala token, when Koala NFT, when Koala, hard wallet. And what we've settled on is asking ourselves a few questions, saying, how do we make something for the community, without imposing, for example, any cost or any charge or something like that, but that also it generates value for them without us just saying, hey, we're going to give everyone 10 Bitcoin, because sadly at this point, I just don't have those 10 Bitcoins to give Matt and every other community member we'd like to give. So in the coming months, what we've been working on and cooking up on all fronts is a campaign in which you will be seeing a Koala NFT of sorts. We're not going the route of 10,000 hand-drawn collectibles. Instead, we have a strategy in mind that, again, it rewards our user base and the community members who have helped shape Koala over the past year. And it gives them a say and an influence of what's going to happen in the years to come with Koala. We've seen people generate communities around tokens. We've seen them generate communities around NFTs or cryptos overall. But something that has failed many times is generating a community around a wallet. That's because, again, wallets think, oh, we should charge users for being able to have a say into what we develop, or we should put barriers like paywalls and subscription fees to the features that you actually should have for free. Even when it comes to exchanging, why is it that you can exchange for free in Robinhood, but crypto still lags behind and I have to pay a lot of fees on Binance when I'm trading? So all of this said, put together, we think we have a really creative way to, again, give our community power and a voice forward and really a reward mechanism for their continued involvement. If you're someone who just uses Koala casually and is tuned in and excited to maybe take part in that on a really basic level, just by being a part of that campaign we're going to begin, you will have a baseline reward for being involved. But we have ways that for the people who really help us onboard more users into Koala, bring people into the ecosystem, suggesting features that will really shape us through the next years, you're going to see a reward mechanism that we're really excited to announce. And I think we're going to start seeing some Koala hype around these medallions is what I'll clue you into, these medallions very soon. So I hope that's a bit alpha about our multi-coin approach. You'll be seeing, our website will be changing over to show more of the crypto community that we're ready to welcome them into the fold of the cute and cuddly yet vicious force of koalas. And again, we're going to be trying to reward both the people who have helped us for so long already to make an impact here, and the new community members who will really help us supercharge and bring Koala to the next level, not just a wallet, but much more.
Yeah, that's one thing a lot of people don't understand when they hear like, oh, you're not adding Ethereum and you're adding Bitcoin. They think that we're, abandoning Kadena or something like that. Whereas, I keep telling projects that more projects need to start branching, looking outside of Kadena and start bringing their projects and stuff to other platforms, to other networks, and not not so much, leaving Kadena, but bringing Kadena to these new platforms and new ecosystems. And, one way by doing that is to bringing more coins and more projects into the fold. So, us going multi-coin, that all that's going to do for Kadena is bring more eyes to Kadena. It's not going to bring less eyes to Kadena, if anything, because they're going to come in and they're going to see, there's been lots of times when I've used a multi-coin wallet and I've gone through like the list of different assets that they support. And that's made me look into those different assets to be like, oh, maybe I should look into this one. Maybe I should look into that one. So the same kind of thing is going to happen here with Koala Wallet. People are going to come from the Ethereum space, the thousands and thousands of projects that are built on Ethereum, and people are going to be looking through the list of assets and go, well, what's Kadena? There seems to be a lot of buildup in this wallet about Kadena. Maybe I should look into it more, which will bring just more eyes, more adoption, more people building. So there's really no minus to doing things like this, and it's just going to branch out and bring more people to the show. Now, another thing that we're also working on that a lot of people have been asking about is the ability to move from one wallet to another. That has been one thing since we started developing Koala Wallet that we knew was going to be something that we would have to figure out. And was the problem we were having mostly at the very start was that all the different wallets that have so far built on Kadena pretty much have their own type of derivation paths. So it's kind of hard to set a kind of consistency the platforms to make it so that you can just simply take a phrase from one wallet into another, because they just don't translate across perfectly. So we've kind of gone through and created a workaround solution kind of ways. And I don't know if maybe Brenny wants to explain this a little bit more about crypto keys and how that's going to be coming into effect and how people are going to be able to move from one wallet to another easily.
Yeah, I mean, we've said this on many AMAs. The main focus is bringing everybody to be able to use Koala Wallet, be able to move and have access to their private keys at all times. So increasing the amount of people that can just be able to import their keys from other wallets without having to pay fees is going to be one massive step forward in adoption in general. So with Kadena keys, we allow people to export all their private keys, not only from Koala Wallet, but Echo Wallet and Chainweaver are supported. We are hoping that other wallets can also contribute to the open source code so they can get theirs in, but we're also actively doing it ourselves. So that's like what's in the like mid-term, short to mid-term, but short-term ultimately is going to be bringing on these new chains and bringing more eyes to Kadena in just overall.
Now, I should actually make a plea here. I'll just get in really quick and say, if you like the work that we're doing, if you like using Koala on your phone or desktop right now, on the Chrome Web Store, we currently have 20 reviews. We're really proud that they're all 5 stars. You might take a peek and see that some of the funny ones have been written like from some of my coworkers and myself. We would love during this AMA or during this Koala time rather, we would love to bring that number to 30. If only 12 people here take that initiative and go load in a review, test out the extension, and put a 5-star, that would greatly help us for visibility and more. So remember, if you want to help out right now with Koala Wallet, you could Venmo me $100, but actually it's much more useful and valuable to us if you just send a simple 5-star review on the App Store, the Play Store, or now that Chrome Web Store. So we super appreciate it. It really does just take a second. So again, thank you so much for all of you who have, and we'll actually see them live. So if you write a joke or if you write something that you want us to address here, we'll do that right away. So as soon as you put that review in, give it a few minutes, we'll see it loaded up, and then we can call you out by name and make fun of you right here on the chat. So I appreciate it. You can go read my 5-star right now. ChatGPT and I did a great job.
Yeah, it's been really great just seeing the already support coming through from people for the wallet. We've had people coming into our Discord talking about how they have been enjoying the wallet. Like I said, some people have been pointing out some things here and there that we could tweak, which we've already been going through and doing. So there's lots of really cool stuff. And like I've always keep saying, the more eyes, the better. The more people trying out the wallet, doing different things, trying different things, maybe just trying to, try to break it. That's what we really want to see happen. We want people to try to use it, try to make sure that everything is functioning, make sure that everything is visible. Like we did have one quick little patch that we needed to do with the font just a very small thing, because sometimes the lowercase i's were kind of smudging and looking like L's, which could kind of throw people off when it comes to their phrases. But we were quickly to find that, release an update for it. Should be good now. So, all these little tiny things add up and just make everything better and make it a more better experience for everyone, and also help us, deliver the best possible product that we can. One of the other projects that we've been working on in the Kadena realm, and I don't know how much Kobe wants to maybe share about this kind of stuff, is our Buy Kadena website. I don't know, maybe Kobe, if we want to go into a little bit about why we're building that and what it all entails.
Oh, let's do it. So as everyone knows, buying crypto with US dollar or any fiat currency can sometimes really just be a nightmare, from endless KYC circles to really large fees. Again, we'll be honest, we're partnered with Simplex. When you use that in-app mechanism right now, we're getting a lot of critical feedback of, hey, your fees are too big. Well, guess what? They're not our fees. They're just those crazy exchange rates. So what we're doing in the wallet, first and foremost, is implementing an aggregator system. So we're going to work with about 10 different providers, and we're just going to show you which give you the best price. And you can click on the one that has the best currency method, whether you're using Wise Transfer or whether you're using your Apple Pay or credit card. It'll give you that best pricing for your location and more. And with that mechanism, what we decided to do is expand that into the entire universe of online and make a nice spiffy website called bykadena.io, which will be live soon. That will do the exact same thing. We're starting with, again, just Simplex, our partner for many years, who will be giving you those prices. And you'll see those prices start to come down as we become more competitive, integrate more partners. And, there's really 3 steps. First, aggregate, give users the best price, no compromise, based on their location, their payment method, and more. Second, get this website across as many mediums as we can, because honestly, when you look up buying Kadena, you get a Binance article and you can't even use Binance to buy it. And the third really critical step that we've always taken pride in keeping as one of our top goals is language support. We want this website in as many languages as we can access, so that when we open the floodgates to all these projects from India, from Turkey, for example, everyone has an equal opportunity in understanding the transactions they're making and controlling their financial destiny. So that's really how we're bringing this a bit more to the masses in accessibility and usability. And again, keeping it real simple, stupid, of how do you get some Kadena in your pocket without burning your dollars away to fees. So I think we'll be launching that within maybe the week. As you know, we don't like to give launch dates until we've got it out there. But this is all part of our plan of how do we, again, bring the spotlight to Kadena and bring in that next wave of users, which we really feel we've done a good job in starting on. And a bull market will just put that way over the top of what you'll see.
Yeah, but it's all about just making things as easy as possible for users. That's always been our kind of motto over here at Eucalyptus Labs, and all the products that we build is making things as simple as people for use and something that everyone can use, no matter your knowledge or your dev experience or anything. That's how we're going to make blockchain become more prevalent and become open to everybody, is making things turnkey simple and making everything nice UI, everything just touch and click, basic stuff for basic people to come into the space and be able to get their hands on their favorite cryptos, be it Kadena or many of the other features we're going to add or projects we're going to be adding in the very near future. So I don't know if any of the projects that have joined us today, if you guys have possibly any questions that you have for us here at the Koala Wallet team when it comes to our browser extension or the wallet in general, feel free to either put your hand up or just go ahead and start speaking. We're not too picky around here. It's a nice casual space. So if anyone here or if anyone listening has any questions as well that they would like to ask, I have pinned the Spaces tweet at the top of the space here. So you can click on that, leave any comments on that, and we will go through it. We had one question that I'll just go ahead and pop off here while everyone kind of figures everything out that was in that thing, is what makes Koala Wallet unique? I think we've touched on a couple of things that we feel that makes Koala Wallet kind of stand out above the rest. But one thing that I will add to that is that our support. When it comes to wallets, a lot of wallets like a MetaMask or a Trust Wallet, things like that, you're going to, there's not very live avenues for you to talk directly to a user, talk to a support agent, anything like that. It's mostly a ticket system. And usually in those ticket systems, you're waiting like 24, 48 hours in some cases with some of these larger wallet providers. And that's one thing that kind of sets us apart, is that we really want our support to be kind of one of the most important things to us, making sure that the users have avenues to speak with us directly, and be it through our support website, which is support.koalawallet.io. You can put in support tickets there. There's also lots of very helpful articles. So even if you're having an issue, you can just kind of peruse through our amazing support articles that our amazing support guru Fernando worked very hard on. We have videos on our Koala Wallet YouTube as well for tutorials and guides that are also linked in the articles. Like I said, if you have even further questions, you can always send in a support ticket. We're very quick to answer those, usually within a few hours at most. You'll get a response. But then the most direct way is to definitely join our Discord channel, where we're in there constantly monitoring. We have a support chat. So if you have any questions, things like that, definitely jump in there. Feel free to jump into the support chat and ask away, and we'll get right to it. So we got a couple of people with their hands up. Why don't we start with Pitbull Bushido? Take it away. Good to have you here.
Hey, it's good to be here. So I did have a question. I know some of this has to wait for the rollout of Marmalade V2 and everything, but when do you think sending NFTs would be available on Koala Wallet, kind of similar to what you see on MetaMask?
That is definitely a priority for us. I think we currently are thinking of we're really going to wait until Marmalade V2 is completely ready, because we don't want to waste too much dev time trying to figure it all out before that is ready. But as soon as it's ready, we're going to be hopefully hopping straight onto that and making it possible for users to send.
And for the NFTs that are not Marmalade specific right now, like the ones on Arcade, for example, they have an excellent sending feature already built into their system, which you could easily connect through WalletConnect to your mobile wallet or to the browser extension, and quite easily use their system. There's also, if you guys now in your Koala Wallet, if you go to the community section, you will see now easy links to a lot of your favorite dApps, including Arcade. So, one click will take you to the dApp. Then you just click Connect Wallet, copy your WalletConnect code, or scan the code if you're using mobile to desktop, or copy it and paste it into your extension wallet, connect to their account, and then you can easily move your NFTs around, no problem from there. But like Brittany said, we are waiting kind of just for the Marmalade stuff to get all kind of wrapped up into more of a finalized stage, and then we'll definitely be pushing out a ability to be able to just, click on an NFT, send NFT, put the address in, and away it goes. So hopefully, like I said, once Marmalade V2 is all figured out, that'll be in the pipeline and should come very shortly after that. Amir, if you have something to say, please take your mic.
Yeah, I was trying to give you guys a review, but I can't remember my 24 word secret. So if you could just send that to me, Chris, I'd appreciate it. But in the interest of time, no, I was kind of curious. I can't remember if we've had this conversation in the past, but not just NFTs, but I guess in general. And I see that WalletConnect has I don't know if it's an alpha or a beta of their new messaging API. Is that something that you guys have considered supporting, within the wallet? So like if one of I'll use an example. If one of the marketplace exchanges wants to list, NFTs and things like it, just anything, right? It's same thing for swarms. Like if we want to add, better notification directly into the wallets, is that something that you guys would ever consider natively supporting, where it could just be a tie-in to some type of API? Or have you guys looked at the new WalletConnect API? I think that's the purpose of it, from what I can tell. I just haven't been able to get access to it yet to kind of test it out.
I mean, yeah, we're down for any sort of partnership and making like the experience better for users. So maybe just hit us up in your channel and we'll just discuss it there.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, that's one thing. We're very open to work with anyone really that wants to help develop or has an idea, anything like that. We have open communications. You can always send us a DM at Koala Wallet if it's something that we need, direct conversations between the devs and yourselves. We can always, pull you into our Discord server as well, our actual Eucalyptus Lab server, set up a channel there to chat through and keep everything kind of nice and close. That's one thing that we've always prided ourselves here at Eucalyptus of doing since we've started is working with all of the different projects directly and seeing, what their needs are and how we can all help each other out and build things. And we've had a lot of success with that, speaking with not just, the different NFT and DApp projects from around the Kadena ecosystem, but as well as, other wallet providers, things like that. We all kind of, we found a place where we can all kind of chat together, help each other out, because that's really what it's all about, is building things not just for yourselves, but for the community as a whole. So, always having that kind of mindset is really what's going to drive adoption and drive things forward. We can't just have people working in the background solely for their own needs and their own wants. The more people that are working for the collective good, the better that's going to help everyone moving forward. So yeah, definitely if there's any kind of implementations, things you'd like to see added to Koala Wallet, the Kadena team are pumping out new things, it seems like almost every week now, new little features and things like that. So, it's not always the easiest thing to keep up with because they're doing an amazing job on their end of building the back end stuff that the developers that can then take and build all of these amazing tooling and dApps upon. So as we move forward, more things like that will come. So always feel free to reach out to us. We have our DMs all open. So yeah, that's a pretty good cover. I think we've covered pretty much everything about the extension wallet. Like I said, if you haven't tried the extension wallet out yet, click on our profile here. It's pinned right at the top of our tweets. You can go to the Chrome store. You can also just go into the Chrome store and search Koala Wallet and you will find it. And if you do enjoy the extension wallet, please make sure to leave a review. We're trying to get ourselves as much notice as we can. And the more reviews that you have, the more you get kind of pushed up in the searches. So even if someone was to search, crypto wallet in the store, the more reviews and the more people that have the app installed, the more chances that we will be pushed higher up into the list like any other app store. And also make sure you guys join the giveaway that's pinned at the top of the space. Lots of really cool prizes from lots of amazing projects around the ecosystem. We're going to be running it for like 2 weeks or so. So, there's not lots of time. We'll be promoting it the whole time. So lots of time to get in and get your entries in for all these amazing tickets. So why don't we now open up the floor and kind of go through and give all of these amazing projects that have joined us today for some really awesome quality time and kind of see what everyone's been working hard on. Why don't we start with Kadena Mining Club and Matthew over there. What have you guys been working on over there at Kadena Mining Club? Because I know you guys are very busy and always got something up your sleeve. So what's the current thing on the platter for you guys?
Thanks, Chris. Well, first, me personally, at the moment, I have Koala Wallet downloaded on Google Chrome. I've got Kadena Mining Club website open, the marketplace. I have the wallet connected to the website with WalletConnect. Everything's working great. So I'm really happy about this. Congratulations on getting it done, you guys. It seems to work great. So for Kadena Mining Club, what we're doing is we're bridging the gap between tangible real-world assets and a digital frontier of NFTs. The specific asset that we're talking about here, of course, is the Kadena, is the Bitmain and miner KA3, which is really one of the most efficient and profitable miners in the crypto mining space. So our goal is really simple. We aim to make mining Kadena more accessible, tearing down the traditional barriers to entry, such as prohibitive electricity costs, spatial limitations, and of course, steep initial outlays. These KA3s can be very expensive if you're just buying one for yourself. So how do we do this? We have a collection of 10,000 NFTs. Each NFT is an absolute testament to the crypto culture with the art. It's absolutely fantastic. We highly recommend you come check it out. and we're making things just better and better. So what have we been up to recently? We've gone from 3 terahash to 3.6 terahash now. We're mining something like 3,600 or 3,700 Kadena a day, I believe, which is really, really awesome. And tomorrow, things are going to get really fun. We have our art transformation for our NFTs. So we have the tech lab coming up, which is when we're going to take the miners, we're going to put them in the immersion cooling tank. We're going to get everybody more hash rate. We're going to get new and improved art. It's going to be really, really fun. So if you don't know what's going on, if you're part of KMC, you haven't been paying attention, definitely come around tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for when we launch the tech lab. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have so much cool art. Like, it's unbelievable how much better the art is this time. So things are really going great over here at KMC. And this is really, I'm just scratching the surface now. I can go on for another 10, 15 minutes, I think, with everything we have coming. But, in the interest of time, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, you guys are always hard at work over at KMC, and it's really great to see, things really moving along for you guys. This whole going into the immersion cooling, the new NFT upgrades that you're going to have, lots of really cool stuff. So if you guys don't follow KMC, make sure to give their Twitter a follow and join in their Discord, where a lot of the conversation happens for them, like a lot of the projects here. So make sure you guys go and give them a follow and get involved if you're not already. Let's maybe take it over to Secret Garden of Kadena. What have you guys been working on? And maybe just kind of give a brief description of what the garden is all about. So for those who may not know.
Yeah, thanks for having us. So we're a gaming project. Hey guys, I'm here. Kyle, did you get in? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. But yeah, we're a gaming project building on Kadena. We have plans for multiple games in the future, just different kind of genres of games. Just kind of have a one-stop shop where people could come in and play a bunch of different play-to-earn games. We've been busy building the last several weeks. We've got our staking platform that's being built. People will be able to stake our NFTs to get in-game NFT rewards. We're working on the game. That's coming along really well. We've been trying to spread the word about Kadena as much as possible. We've got a bunch of connects from other blockchains that are inviting us into spaces and stuff. So we've been trying to do a bunch of stuff just to get the word spread about our project and Kadena. So we've been pretty busy behind the scenes, just working hard. We've got some new NFT art, the weapons and stuff to the games that'll be coming out soon. Yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah, I've always loved everything that you guys have been doing. The games that you've produced so far, like Battle Blocks Heroes, is absolutely amazing and fun to play. Your Gnome NFTs are top notch. If anyone hasn't seen them, you can go and check them out. You got the Gen 0 ones hosting over on Arcade, so make sure you guys go check those out. And we also have the Gen 1 ones over on Soku, so make sure you guys go check both of those out. Get your hands on some of the Gen 0 ones, because they're going to be going away very soon. I think I don't think there's going to be too many on the floor in the next coming while, once they release the staking and all of the really cool features that they have lined up. So make sure you guys go get your hands on those and get involved, join their Discord, follow them on Twitter, do all the awesome things, because these are some awesome guys building some really cool games and some really cool NFTs. So make sure you guys go and check those out.
Yeah, the Gen 0 will be the gatekeep and the staking for the Battle Block Hero game. You can play the prototype now. There's a link to it in our link tree on our Twitter page, but you can go. It's all up on itch.io just for testing and stuff. But we've done a lot to it since then. It'll actually look a little bit different, play different than what the prototype does. But you kind of get an understanding of what the game is. It's basically a survival battle game. So you have a character that runs around an open map, and he's just basically being chased by a bunch of enemies, and you have to just survive as long as possible. We'll have a mage and a barbarian. Each will have several pieces of gear, which is hats, outfits, weapons, and things like that. And those will be the staking rewards and the rewards for gameplay. So we'll have a daily leaderboard. We'll have tournaments and stuff with PvP in the future. But basically, we're not doing a token. We're giving away NFTs as the rewards. There's going to be 10,000 of each one of the gear pieces of NFT. Each one of the gear pieces will be 10,000 collection of each, but they'll also be upgradable. So if you have two of the same, you can combine those two to have a level 2 of that weapon. There'll be each piece of gear and weapon will have 4 levels. So if you have two of the same, you can turn that into a level 2 weapon. You basically need eight of any one piece of gear to get to level 4. But those will be given out in staking rewards in the daily gameplay, and you'll be able to use those weapons in the game, and they'll be able to be upgraded as well. So each collection of 10,000, as they get upgraded, will eventually be deflationary down to a 1250 collection. Because the way it works is when you have the two of the same, you basically burn those to mint a level 2. So those two kind of go out of existence, and so it makes the collection deflationary. And we'll be adding in new heroes and new gear and stuff like that over time to expand on that. But it's kind of a little bit of a unique system. We feel like it's a little different than what a lot of other projects have done, and we believe it's going to be a more sustainable system.
Yeah, I really like the whole staking for NFT rewards for in-game things and stuff like that. It's definitely unique and definitely something that hasn't been seen yet in the Kadena ecosystem. And I'm sure it will be a lot of fun, and a lot of people hopefully get involved. So like I said, make sure you guys go and snag up some Gen Zero NFTs over on Arcade and get involved in the Secret Garden. Lots of really cool things on their end. Why don't we now pass it on over to our good friends over at Pitbull Bushido. They've been working very hard on their project as well. And why don't we just kind of go through a quick little description of what the Pitbulls are all about and what you've been working on over there.
Hey, well, thanks for the invite, and thanks to everyone for being here. Again, I've been using the Koala Wallet myself, and I've really enjoyed it. And I actually got the Chrome app finally downloaded, and I'm trying to start switching over to using that more, and I've really enjoyed it. For us at Pitbull Bushido, things have been, a little slow over the past few months. Christina, my wife, she's the one that does all the artwork. She's been having some health issues, so we actually are in the middle of moving because where we were, there wasn't enough healthcare available, so we're actually having to move to have some things checked out. She's in her spare time working on the next collection, which is our ninja collection, the Shiba Shinobi, which we do plan on launching. Of course, our launch date kind of came and went. It was supposed to be the first part of August, but with us waiting for Marmalade V2 and a few other things to be available first, we're probably just going to postpone that for now until we can get a good launch on the second collection. But with Pitbull Bushido, it's a collection of 47 samurai. Of course, the collection is much more than that, but the way we designed it is you can mint at random, and hopefully you can collect different variations of the characters, so of all 47 characters. If you can eventually collect all 47 of the samurai, those who do will be mailed a physical deck of playing cards, which will be the first faction in a trading card game that we're developing. Things have been going a little slow, of course, with that, because we have had a few delays in, as with all of us, we've had a few delays in what we had planned and what's actually going on. But we are minting now on Isoko, so if you haven't gotten any, feel free to grab a few. Hopefully, trading will be able to begin soon. And we believe that once trading has begun, people will be able to list their duplicates for sale, possibly make a little bit of Kadena back from those, as people who are trying to complete their full sets of 47 samurai will be able to trade with one another or buy and sell until they can complete their full sets. As far as the card game goes, we're developing the rules now. The basic rule book is set. We're kind of beta testing it now, trying to throw some things back and forth, also trying to make it so that it would be compatible with future factions. We have a storyline written. Of course, we had originally started out with kawaii canines, but due to issues that some of you know, that collection kind of just died on the vine, so we had to basically restart with Pitbull Bushido by sending those out to everyone who had minted out or had minted kawaii canines for free. So a lot of people received Pitbull Bushido, and they may not know that. So if you minted any kawaii canines before on Mint It and you haven't checked your wallet, check it, because you would have received an equal amount of samurai into your wallet for each Kawaii K9 you had minted in the past. And then just stay tuned. We're working. We're like I said, we're in the middle of moving. Currently, we're in a temporary apartment as we are trying to find a more longer-term place to stay. But we are trying our best to get things going and get back into the swing of things. And hopefully, over the next few months, you'll see some progress being made. We're still here, just having a few delays.
Well, I'm just happy to hear that you guys are still pumping away and working hard on all your stuff. Can't wait to see can't wait to see the first person get a full collection, get their cards, and really start seeing the ball rolling. So if you guys haven't, make sure you guys go check out Pitbull Bushido. Click on their profile here, give them a follow. Go to their website, go to Asoku, get yourself some Pitbull NFTs, and also make sure to check out their merch store. They also have a merch store with some really cool swag. So if you guys haven't checked them out, make sure to, like I said, give them a follow here on Twitter, join their Discord as well, chat with the community there, get involved, go mint yourself some NFTs over on Isoku, and get into the Pitbull game. All right, let's maybe, you got something you want to add to there?
I just want to say, thanks again for that. And again, of course, the collection is based on the virtues of Bushido. So like you said, check out the merch. If there's any virtue that speaks to you, grab it. It's all available. And we'll be doing some more giveaways soon. So stay tuned.
You've got to respect a merch plug, and I think that'll make us do the same. If you're already picking up some swag over there, check out swag.koalawallet.io, because having both of those products at home will make your wardrobe way better. I can't promise that it's going to bring you wealth and, attractive individuals into your life, but that's for legal reasons. So try it out. Might work.
Yep, definitely. Lots of really cool stuff. And hopefully we're going to be adding some new merch too. We're looking to do some partnered merch with some of the other projects from around the ecosystem, some really cool kind of crossover stuff. So working on that. So make sure you guys, like Kobe said, go check out swag.koalawallet.io. Get yourself some really cool shirts and sweaters, stickers, all types of really cool stuff.
Hey, Chris, I got a community question that was sent in by, AI Crypto. And it's a really good question. He sent it actually a while ago, 40 minutes ago. But it's one that our answer has always changed a bit depending on what we're working on and doing at the time. But he asked, what makes Koala Wallet unique? And in the past, I think a lot of times our answers have been, we have, what we think is the best support out of the crypto wallets in the space, or we have the best community engagement or the best support for those projects you're involved with. But I think what we're getting to after almost a year working on the wallet with the community and more, what makes Koala Wallet different is that it's powered by Eucalyptus Labs and that we've had this core mission to really drive this space forward. That's why, although we might not have the features in 3 days versus, a few weeks of figuring out how to implement best, I think what we've really been able to do is show the community how we're committing ourselves to sites like Buy Kadena, like Kadena Keys, all the things we're building around Koala Wallet to really set it apart. And that's what we're really proud of and will continue. So I think that's what really sets us apart. I know that there's more wallets coming onto the scene. We're excited to see that. I think it'll light the match even more under our developers and team to keep on what we're doing. But internally, it doesn't really change what we set out to do from the beginning or what we've been working on this whole time. Where we are now is, again, at that goal of the next stage, welcoming the next 100,000 people into the Kadena ecosystem, co-mingling these crypto communities, where Kadena just hasn't been before. We haven't been on those exchanges next to the big coins, and even now that's kind of dwindling. We haven't been on the wallets or the services like those swaps and bridges that we need. And with the work we've done with Kadena and hearing what they've recently put into works with their grants and more, this is just the perfect timing for Koala Wallet to, again, have the core mission of how do we expand the ecosystem of crypto overall and answer those questions starting for Kadena. So I think that's what really sets us apart, and it's why we're excited about new wallets coming onto the scene. Definitely tune into Link's wallet. I think they'll have a campfire on the 9th where you can get, I think, an NFT for them. But again, it's just that we have different goals, and I think our community understands that, especially since we've been around for so long now. And they're excited to, maybe have both products or one product or something, but they know that Koala is here to stay, and that's been our mission from day one. So we're excited to keep on that journey with our community.
Very well said. Yeah, there's lots of it's one thing I've always said is that there doesn't have to be a direct competition when it comes to all these things. We all have our own little avenues that we're taking and our own little special things that make us different from one another. But, we're all one big happy family, and we can all work together towards a common goal of furthering Kadena and bringing it to the masses, as well as these other projects and everything all the projects that we're working together and working on. So lots of really cool things. And speaking of amazing projects, let's maybe get a little update from another project that's been around even longer than we have, and that is Arcade. What have you guys been up to over on Arcade? I believe I got Patrick probably on the mic, who's usually a awesome speaker and always open to spread some alpha and share some news. So what's going on over in the Arcade?
What is up, guys? It's 10 a.m. I've had 2 cups of coffee. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yep. Yeah, I hear you fine.
All right, amazing. Yeah, thank you everyone for hosting this and bringing us up. It's been really fun just to sit back and listen to everything. I know I've been semi-quiet, but like I said, it's 10 a.m. here, so when that 8:30 alarm went off and I realized I had to talk in like 30 minutes, I rushed up. So that's the state I'm in, but I'm alive now. But over at Arcade, it's been a really interesting and fun last few months. As most of you know, we've kind of slowed down, not production necessarily, but we have slowed down on sharing huge alpha updates and just kind of sat down on honing in our products. To kind of touch on the marketplace side, at the moment we are at the lowest point of bugs. We have about 2 bugs come in a week, and most of them are due to external factors that are not on us. So it's a really exciting moment because there was a point in time when we probably had like 20 tickets a day of just like small things that we had to clean up. And now we're averaging out, we want to say like 1.7 per week, which has been awesome for workflows and just overall management of things. But at the moment, we're in the process of separating out our product offerings, meaning that we want the Arcade marketplace to be on a separate domain from the arcade.fun website. There's a lot of factors for this, but primarily we want the website speed and a lot of other things to kind of make more sense. When we were rapid building about a year ago. Our IDO anniversary is coming up in September. And we realized that, yeah, we have a lot of offerings. We have a lot of products. We had a launch pad, we had an NFT collection, we had a marketplace, we had a lot of things that would go on in the background. We make video games and all that stuff. And then we realized that we can make it all talk to each other, but at the same time, we're also able to have all these things in separate areas that still work together, but it doesn't overwhelm the user because everyone uses our platform for different things. So at the moment, we're separating out our product offerings and making sure that our user experience doesn't see any of that. Meaning like if you go to the Arcade website and then you click on the marketplace and it opens up a new browser, it still feels like you're on the parent website, but it doesn't actually take you there. Like you just go to a whole separate domain, everything's still the same. It just helps on the speed and helps with the bugs and then like navigating all of our offerings at once. But I've been really busy the last few months just to building out Super Bowl. Let me just say, if anyone's ever made video games and you like start using Unity and you come from a 3D background of Unity to a 2D platformer, there's a huge learning curve that you kind of have to get over. On like a more high-end tech side, like dealing with like rigid bodies and layers and like static images and resetting levels and having all that in C# kind of like correspond with each other can be enough to make a grown man or woman cry. That is kind of where I'm at on a day-to-day basis, but it's been extremely fun. Our graphic designer hates me because I ask her for animations on every little and big thing, and her Figma is getting kind of overloaded with 7 different sprites that I'm like, I'm not too sure if the antler looks good here. So shout out to Carrie. She's been great. And I actually do owe you guys some merch mock-ups from her, but she's been kind of busy with animation, so I'll get that over to you. But as far as it goes with just another general update, we've been working on gaming. We've been working on the marketplace. We've been working on refining our product offerings, having conversations with friends in other ecosystems. As most of you know, I'm based in like Los Angeles. Norris and Aloft are based in San Diego. We have friends that, we're huge in Solana, are huge in Polygon. Our shout out Sal, one of our good friends, actually is the head of Polygon Eco. So we've been having a lot of cool conversations, both cross-chain and in-house with projects and just figuring out what fits, what kind of brings more eyes to our ecosystem on Kadena, but also what makes sense for us to scale in the next year or so. Looking super long-term in this market for all of us is extremely exciting, but it's hard to do just with all the changes depending on where you're based geographically. So for us, just making sure that we are making sure each step we take is in line with our vision and making sure that we're providing utility on everything that we've done up to this point, and then having a fulfilling vision that is able to bring new people in while still showing homage and paying love to our first user base, which is all of you.
Well, it definitely sounds like you are definitely staying busy over there. Lots of really cool updates. Super Bowl is just, even as it stands right now, is a super fun game. If you guys haven't gone and checked it out, definitely go to arcade.fun. Try out all of their really cool games that they have. Lots of good fun to be had. Really cool to see that, you're kind of going to be separating things out and separating the different entities and like the gaming from the marketplace and all that kind of stuff. Lots of really cool stuff going on, and Arcade never ceases to amaze me on their development and all the awesome things that you guys work on. So hopefully too, you can get back into doing some more Twitch streams as well. I really enjoyed watching you guys play games together and just kind of hanging out and chatting.
Yeah, no, it's coming soon. It's been very interesting the last few months because I have been I live out of state like half of the year for taxes and other purposes, but the guys are actually in Toronto at the moment, and they've been in Toronto for the last 2 months, and they get back to SoCal next month, I want to say. So once we're back together, we'll do some more streaming. But I've been a million miles per hour, and once I feel like Arcade is in a healthy place where I can sit down and play video games and kind of be a degenerate for like 4 hours a day again, I'll be back to that soon because I do miss it as well. But I will give an alpha update too, just on something that's it's arcade related, but it's kind of also like I'll need everyone's help here. A weird idea that I had, and this is going to sound very, depending where you are, this might sound very weird. But one day we were having a discussion about a marketing tactic, and something that stands out to me is if anyone in the United States particularly has been in an electric vehicle, whether it's like a Tesla or a Rivian or something of that nature, you notice a lot of these cars come built in with video games. And Tesla in 2021 said they're opening up potentially to open source for people to make their own games in their cars. So something that I've been working on behind the scenes, which will be on the Arcade website, but I have nothing more to share than what I'm going to say here. There's nothing, it's a very rough idea that's been in the works for the last month or so. But on the Arcade website, we're going to be adding some games that are in Teslas and other cars, and we want people to be able to redeem supercharging mileage for sustainability, which we feel like Kadena can bring to the table. Shout out KMC. So we are ultimately doing something where if you play games on our website, or if you have a high score on your car in your Tesla, the API itself at the moment stores certain games statically and other games, like it hits the API from Tesla itself. So your scores will show up on a leaderboard. And if anyone has an EV or has driven an EV or rented one or whatever the case is, and you play a game, once you log in on our website through Discord, all that, and you authorize our further step in order to authorize that Tesla data, you will go onto a leaderboard, which if you're in the top ranking, you can earn free supercharge miles or a gift card to Tesla. So we're trying to do something with the marketing on that, with the Elon front and everything, which I think will be good for both the ecosystem, but also our own branding. And once that's live, I will need everyone's help here in kind of promoting that and getting it all out there in the coming months.
Well, that's very cool and exciting to hear. It's just, taking advantage of a system that's already in place, open source, and, it's just all it's going to do is drive more adoption to not just Kadena, not just Arcade, but to just blockchain in general. I'm seeing more and more Teslas on the road absolutely every day. So, getting that kind of system in and building a reward system too, where it actually would benefit the drivers and things like that is huge and will just really push that adoption even farther. So that's really cool to hear, something that hopefully once it gets a little bit more traction to its wheels behind it, that more people can get involved and help really push that for you guys and get it really out there for people to know that that's available as an option. All right, so let's now that we've had our awesome updates from Arcade, let's move on over to Mir, who is let's see what we've been working on both for yourself with your Kadena AI projects, and maybe give a little quick update if you can for the Swarms teams as well, since you're also a part of them.
Sure. Thanks, Chris, and always a pleasure. I think I've been putting out a little bit more. I'll start with the NFT stuff because there's a little bit more, changing right there on that front. Is I've started to, push out more of what we're kind of working on, kind of quietly, and unfortunately, and I know you guys kind of talked about this at the beginning, most of what I do is all back end work. So you really don't get to see a lot of it. But what I'm starting to do is just start to show kind of like just even a basic template of what you can do with some of these tools. And really for Kadena, we have a marketplace out of necessity, right? We need to be able to generate NFTs for people. We need to make it easy for them to sell, trade, buy, do all the typical things you would expect. But really it's meant to be more of and I don't think of an autonomous is the right word, but it's meant to be community contained. So one of the things I think it'll be cool is anybody can go in there and create a collection. That works. I just sent that out, I believe yesterday. It works. It's smooth. It's clean for creating a collection on Marmalade V2. That process is pretty awesome compared to what we've had traditionally. And for anybody who's doing indexing and things like that in Explorers, hello guys, it's going to make tagging collections extremely easy because they're self-tagged already, right? So as soon as somebody mints it, you can reverse look up that it's part of a collection. So I think that's going to be really cool. It's probably not for everybody. That's probably not cool for everybody, but I think for a couple of us who have asked for that feature, it's going to be pretty awesome. And what that allows somebody like me to do is kind of tie a whole workflow together. So as a creator comes in, they just go in there and they build what they want. I don't have to worry about a lot of extra code and movement. And I know that kind of can get choppy a little bit. Just make it easy, right? Make it easy to upload your images. You just drop them in there. If you want to do custom metadata, do custom metadata. If you want to do normal, you just want to drop your file in there, you can drop your file in there. So really it's just, I'd say the whole premise is making tools that are easy to use. And at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of building APIs. And when you see the whole API library that I've built, it'll probably, for me, it's a little daunting as I'm going back and catching up on documentation right now. But really the idea is, I won't say who I built the little guessing game I made for, but there's a reason. I do everything for a reason, and it's to show an integration with another project, right? And so the utility facet of having easy to create NFTs on the fly is that if you want to do that in your own app, if you want to do that in the game, for example, and you want to generate, achievement awards, you want to generate different, one-time tokens, you want to generate those things. It's a simple operation for me. I've already given you the entire mechanism to build that. And so how you want to implement it, I don't care. You don't have to worry about formatting images, formatting metadata. I just take care of that for you, right? And so I think those kind of things, as we go forward, as new apps come in, as new projects come in, and they're like, well, how do we do this? How do we do this? We can at least say, if you want to build it yourself, great. If you would like to subscribe to what we're doing, great. And then you get the support and the backing of, some people who've done this for a little bit. So I think those kind of things, those are going to be pretty cool. I could go into all the different apps. There's a lot of different apps. I'm looking forward to finishing up some of these Discord bots personally, which kind of go between Swarms and Kadena. And really what the idea is to be able to real-time stream when new mints are coming online so that you can mint right in Discord, right in the marketplace, wherever you want, right? I don't care. I want it to go to you, right? You don't come to me, I come to you. And so that's the approach that I'll continue to take is as much as I can do in the time that I have, I will make it as easy and a good experience as I can. And for Swarms, specifically on the bot side, it is streaming updates. So what I'm hoping to do is if you add our bot to your Discord, it will read your Discord ID, your Discord server ID. And what we'll do is we'll keep a mapping of your Swarm ID to your Discord ID. So as soon as the bot joins your Discord, it automatically knows which Swarm to subscribe to messages for. So you can see real time when a new vote comes through, when a new member is added, when, requests come through. And I think that's important to just have a nice, easy place. Cause a lot of us have big or growing Discord communities. And wouldn't it be nice if you've got 100 members to just be able to vote right from Discord? I technically can do that today, but there's a lot of cleanup, right? There's getting something from a concept to production. I haven't had enough time to get it to production yet. And so I'm really excited about those things. Swarms, we're seeing more and more get built. I like to see the swarm IDs getting created. I think it's great. There's definitely efforts. I don't know if Curtis was on here, but there's definitely efforts in trying to figure out what we want kind of to do going forward. And you'll see a lot of, I think you'll see a lot of integration from Swarms. You'll see a lot of integration from the projects I'm working on outside of Swarms. And really just, I think it goes back to the reason we all work together so well is we're focused on the community. And that's it. That's the end of the story right there. And so whatever we can do to make that experience better for people is what you're going to get out of us. And I'm excited to see, personally, Marmalade V2 come out. I'm not sure when, but hopefully soon when. And then, we can start, delivering some more of these tools out there for anybody coming in to at least test, make it easy for them. Hey, here's a reason to come try this. I'm excited for that.
Well, I think you've been doing an absolutely amazing job. I want to definitely thank you for building the price tracking tool for us for Kadena Ecosystems Discord, and I'm sure other channels are probably using it as well. So that's been very helpful, and you guys have been doing amazing jobs over at Swarms. You yourself with all your NFT work. So I'm guessing that you're probably getting very hesitant and excited for when Marmalade V2 is finally complete. So a lot of this stuff can get really tied out and fully finished and put out there into the world, as I'm sure a lot of people are also waiting and hoping for to happen very, very near future soon. So very awesome to hear.
Thanks, Chris.
Awesome. Well, we also have joining us today our good friends over at Wizards Arena. I'm sure that's our good buddy Ron on the mic. Maybe if you want to go through and give us a quick little update about what's all been happening over at Wizards. Hopefully, I don't know if maybe your guru Dev Ilario is back from his well-deserved vacation yet, but what have the Wizards been up to? Let's get a little update from our good friend Ron.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Can you hear me? I was having some connection issues.
Nope, can hear you good.
Yep. So not too much to talk about. We do have some things going on behind the scenes over at Wizards Arena, but right now we are looking forward to Friday, which is the third tournament in our new Apprentice League. So this is where your level 275 Wizards can battle each other, and this kind of lets a little bit of the little guys who maybe don't have a bunch of Kadena to spend on the game battle with each other. So it's a really cool way for us to not only let those guys have some fun, but also test out some new features to see if we should use them for our next main tournament. And then other than that, just some small improvements to our website, like UI, and also to touch on what Amir was saying, a little bit of Discord improvements. If anyone's not familiar, our Discord community is very active and fun, and I would say it's part of the game. If you're in a Wizards Arena, you should be in the Discord. It's very much part of the game, and it's a very fun atmosphere. But Amir is actually helping us work on a Discord bot that is very convenient and useful to have. So we're very thankful for him.
Yeah, definitely Wizards has, I'd say, probably one of the most active communities on Discord. Their servers, like when I have all of the different Kadena servers all into one folder on Discord, and I open it up, and like I say, I'll have an alert that says there's 30 notifications for all the different servers, and pretty much guaranteed that 20 of those are going to be Wizard notifications. So definitely one of the most active communities for sure. Very active. Make sure you guys go click on their profile here, follow them on Twitter, join their Discord. If you don't have any Wizards, make sure you guys go snag some Wizards that have a built-in marketplace and get involved in something. Games probably on the Kadena network right now. So definitely get involved. They do some amazing work over there. And if you haven't, we did a recent AMA with them about a week or two ago. So if you guys didn't catch up with that with the Kadena ecosystem, we did an AMA. You can click on the Kadena ecosystem profile here in the space. Go to the link tree, go to the YouTube channel. All of the past AMAs that we do over at Kadena ecosystem are all there, including the one recently from Wizards. So you can get a good little recap on what they've been working on and all the awesome stuff that they are doing over there. So Awesome. I think that's pretty much all of the different projects that are involved. Just going to give a little bit of a recap here. So if you guys have anyone listening has any questions or anything that they'd like to post towards any of the projects here or us over at Eucalyptus Labs, Koala Wallet, there is the Spaces link pinned at the top of the space. Just go ahead and leave a comment on there and we'll get to any questions that you may have and very shortly. And also pinned at the top is a link to a giveaway that we are doing, a mega giveaway with lots of different prizes from lots of amazing communities around the ecosystem, including Wizards Arena, Boxing Badger, Secret Garden, Pitbull Bushido, CAD Cars, and ourselves. Lots of really cool prizes. So make sure you guys go get your entries in for that. I see you got your hand up there, Ron. If you wanted to add something, please go right ahead.
Yeah, I got a koala question for you guys. I heard you guys saying that Ethereum support is in the future. I was wondering if it's fair to assume that that means support for all EVM chains as well.
We are loading in EVM chains as well. I think we're going to really start with Ethereum just to widen the liquidity pairings for Kadena and give the community more choice. But then we will be adding in some more EVM names that you're familiar with and some of the new ones that will be coming out.
Also, I'm looking forward to it. I think it should have a good effect on bringing some newcomers into Kadena.
Beautiful, absolutely. And again, showcasing a lot of what we can then build on Kadena and bring to the community. As we mentioned before, I guess two things to revamp. First off, if you have a minute right now and could send a review on the extension store, we'd greatly appreciate it. We're almost one of the top results for Koala, let alone Wallet. We're a bit far down, but we can make that up. And also, again, it comes back to the intention of Koala. The next step for Koala is generating the additional volume and space to grow here, and that's what we're doing. So thank you again for the question.
Speaking of growing the space and volume, one thing that we've been pushing really hard on for this past week has been the marketing side of Koala Wallet. And a lot of that has to do with the community as well. We do have our amazing marketing goddess in here, Michelle, listening and has the mic as well. But we've been working really hard on getting a lot of marketing, getting things out there, including like this space, the giveaway. We have an article that we recently put out on Medium as well that you can go and read on the extension and some of the plans that we have for the upcoming future and the most recent releases. So make sure you guys go and check out all of our different socials. You can click on our profile here for Koala Wallet. Go to our link tree. We have everything, all the link there for everyone to go and check out our Medium, check out our YouTube. We have tutorials, all types of stuff uploaded to our YouTube as well. So, but really the marketing comes down to the community. And we really want to thank everyone because they've been very supportive in sharing our product, sharing our tweets, sharing all of our different articles that we've been putting out. Because without the community behind us, really, we'd be developing for nobody. Without the community, we aren't really anything here at Koala Wallet, and having the support behind everyone has been absolutely tremendous to us, from the Kadena team itself to all the individual projects that have either partnered with us or have just been part of the ecosystem. We really want to thank everyone for their involvement and just spreading the love of the Koala Wallet and everything that we've been doing over here at Eucalyptus Labs, be it from Kadena ecosystem to Koala Wallet to many of the other projects that we have in store that we are also working on building and bringing for the community to use. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the stuff that I had marked down of things I wanted to speak of. If anyone else listening has any other things that they want to add to the conversation, feel free to go ahead and bring it up to the mic. I see someone pinned another tweet here to the space. Hold on, my fat fingers can be kind of annoying. So we got we got Pitbull Bushido leaving a little update about their project. Like I said, make sure you guys go and check out all of these projects that have joined this space today, because they've all been very influential to just us building the space as a whole. Some really solid projects that, have been building consistently, have their heads down. The bear market may have gotten on top of a few people, but these projects that are sticking it out, continuously building, are the ones that are really going to come to shine, through to fruition once things really start to pop off, which hopefully will be very soon, because we can only go down so much before we start going back up. And I'm pretty sure that those kind of days are coming very soon, around the corner. Just everyone kind of has to hold on and just keep pushing forward and keep building and keep bringing the things that they need to build. I don't know if whoever's on the Kadena account, we haven't heard from them. I don't know if whoever's listening and has the mic on the Kadena account wanted to maybe add in some words. We would love to hear from whoever's behind the mic there. But yeah, like I said, I want to thank everyone for coming. And if you guys have anything else you want to add, please feel free.
Well, one thing I'll throw in there, if we're not going to hear from Kadena, Kobe, I didn't mean to cut you off either. You going to go ahead, Kobe? No? Kobe? All right. Yeah, just to, kind of piggyback off what Chris was saying, the price might not be looking so hot right now, you guys. We're sitting around 50 cents, 51 cents, but, we have to remember that Kadena really is the only blockchain capable of handling all the world's transactions, and that's what keeps us going at Kadena Mining Club every day. And, one thing I'll say is, if you've joined some of our spaces over the last couple months, we've been talking about this giant next project after the tech lab that, really could have tens of thousands of moving parts. And really, for a project with tens of thousands of moving parts, you really can't have something like that on Ethereum, because you're going to drain all your customers dry with all the gas fees. Kadena really is the only blockchain capable of handling what's coming next for KMC. And one thing I'll add on to that is, I was up pretty late last night with Todd, our amazing Pact developer. You might know him as Jad. We were brainstorming on, how can we make what's coming next even better? And we kind of landed on something. It's still, we were just talking about this, not 12 hours ago, less than 12 hours ago now we were talking about this. So it's still very early stages. But, now we're talking about hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of different items, NFTs, tokens on the Kadena blockchain to make this next project happen. And it's very feasible. It's not even like, oh, that's totally impossible. You're out of this world dreaming. It is all possible. It's going to be really, really cool. And I know that both myself and Todd are really excited about this. I can't wait to tell the rest of the team, because things are going to get wild on Kadena, you guys. I know it's not looking good, that great now, but just wait until you see what's coming.
I've got to say, and I'm back in the space, I couldn't respond before, Matt. Thank you for leading me in there. The changes they've made to their team, both on developer experience and marketing biz dev, that I've seen, from afar and also personally on the ground with them, for example, in Paris, their ability to make those partnerships, to make those decisions on the fly, and to operate not only as an engineering team, but now a real company, real business, as you see that gold check mark, has really just evolved and changed in the past year. I think Matt and I, we've seen it in a way that a lot of community members sometimes can't, just because of how often we're on a talk with their team about Marmalade or about the bridges that are being planned in development. And so we really have this vision into the company. And I think you're absolutely right. We have to ask what's going to drive price, what's going to drive technology. And I think they're doing the right thing right now, which is playing their cards very cautiously during this summer, as few things tech are actually going to be launched, I think, by just about any firms. And so instead of, going off and sponsoring F1 cars, I think they're sponsoring some really great things in the work that you're going to see later this year. So really, really excited for September, October, not only for my birthday coming up, Social Security dropping on the next live, but it's going to be a fun one. It's really going to be a great end to the year with Kadena, with all the projects launching. And again, now you'll be able to do that with Ethereum right next to it in the wallet. So bringing in liquidity and much more.
Yeah, F1 sponsorships might seem fun, but they are very expensive. And you'll see a track record of these companies that do
it's a simple question of
don't really work out too well, eh?
Right. Do you want to be advertising the base layer protocol to the world? I was watching the CSGO matches this past weekend, feeling a bit under the weather, so I had some extra time. And you see that Tezos, a chain that I really like, is sponsoring a CSGO tournament. And then you ask yourself, well, are gamers going to use Tezos or invest in Tezos? Like, what's going on there? So I think that taking this approach, being that underlying technology, waiting for Koala Wallet to sponsor F1, that's cool. That's going to get people downloading the app. Versus I don't know what the goal is with some of those marketing plays, except things like price. So when we build the technology to underlie the tokenomics, that's where I think we'll have stronger price movements and the support upcoming with any market movements.
Just going off that note, it was I think it's interesting, was the Mercedes Formula One team a couple of years ago had the FTX sponsorship on it. And that car, very famous around the world. Mercedes, I think they won 7 championships in a row. And now that like final car is going to go down in infamy because it had those FTX stickers all over it. And it's like everyone that looks at it's like, FTX, remember that? I know it all started with the Dogecoin NASCAR. That was really fun. But I think it's been overdone now. And, one thing I'll add to that, Kobe, it's like, you're right, is should the base layer one be advertising on, should they really be doing the marketing? And I kind of think back to like when the first PC was created or when the first Mac was created, it wasn't so much about buying the computer, right? Like you bought the computer to use the email or to use the Google Docs or the Microsoft Word, or you bought the computer to use the applications that ran on the computer. And that's what Kadena is. It's kind of a giant decentralized computer, and it's kind of up to different businesses, different community organizations to come together, build cool stuff on Kadena, people to come use, and then it's kind of up to us to advertise our product on the Kadena blockchain. It kind of doesn't make sense to do a lot of marketing as a base layer one. It's just, kind of do your thing, develop the protocol. That's far more important.
And also you ask of who actually sponsored that NASCAR car, right? And that was the community. That was really, people involved and not some big brand behind it. So that was, again, a testament to the decentralization and all the people that were working to put it together. So when it comes from the community, when it comes from large, influencers who are unpaid, not on someone's dollar, that's when you see things starting to move. Not really top down, but bottom up, which is how I guess all great organizations, let alone from companies to countries, get built and sustain over a long period of time without relying on any central power in the middle to cast that down. So that's what we're working on here. And that's, again, the same energy you hear behind all these projects speaking today. And the reason why I think we've been really effective as a community of understanding that and getting through some of the harder price times. Because, another firm might have the ability to prop up their price or to prop up the tokenomics. But I just don't think that's really a goal of Kadena's, and I think it's going to serve them really well. So we're excited to be part of that journey.
I also, not to stick on this Dogecoin NASCAR thing, but I feel like, Kadena, FTX, Solana, it's like nothing is as good as Dogecoin for advertising on a NASCAR, right? It's like you can never do it better. I'm sorry, but like a pink K just isn't as exciting as seeing it like a giant face of a Shiba Inu on a NASCAR hood, flying around the track at 200 miles an hour. It was great. They did an excellent job. But you're right, it was a community-backed thing. There's no developers of Dogecoin, I guess, right? So it was up to the people to do that one, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22 when it comes to those promotional things. Are you going to get back as much as you put in to, get one of those promotional, and having your logo on a NASCAR thing, how many people that watch and are into NASCAR actually give a shit about crypto? I guarantee you that's probably a small percentage. But it is, you would get more traction just from having Elon Musk tweet out the word Kadena than you would from a NASCAR thing. It seems
you're right. One thing I will say though is, if you are sponsoring your card, you get access to the paddock. You get access to all the other sponsors involved with the series, right? So I think you might even find more value just networking like B2B with the other big companies that are sponsoring the car than you get from, anything on the TV or Twitter from something like NASCAR, for example. But then for that kind of access, you don't need to spend for the entire car. You can just get like a little sticker. You only spend a little bit of money. get back there, because there is some value in that for sure. I think when we launched back in March 2022, not when we launched, but when we first started talking about Kadena Mining Club, the first thing we did was a sponsorship kind of. It wasn't really a sponsorship, but my friend Dylan Archer hooked us up with a spot sticker on his race car, the Trans Am series, and that was really, really exciting. And Dylan's a great person. He had so much bad luck over the last year, so he's not doing any racing anymore. So we haven't gotten the chance to do anything fun with him recently. But we're really hoping he can get back into a car suit and get driving again. Just really bad luck, you guys. So he got a sponsorship to drive a Porsche, drive with Porsche Racing, the actual Porsche team. Great opportunity. And he had to get the COVID vaccine to travel to Europe. He got the COVID vaccine, and then he got the vaccine 3 to 5 days before he took the trip. He was scheduled to take the trip for his first race, and he got COVID from the COVID vaccine, so that he couldn't go to his first race. His sponsors pulled the deal on him, so then he couldn't go race for Porsche. Super unfortunate, but we're trying to support him and see anything we can do to get him rolling again. Get Kadena Mining Club back on a race car, because I know a lot of people saw that really interesting and enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's definitely unique. That's for sure. Definitely something you probably won't see from too many other things. And like you said, just the promotional thing, like the NASCAR thing, it opens up doors to other avenues that you may not exactly have access to. So, there may be some good that come out of it. It may not be necessarily translating into everything that you expected to, but still, there is definitely value to be had there. So very awesome, cool things to hear. So hopefully more people will get involved in doing that. And, the more eyes we get onto Kadena and all of the different projects, the better. So, I don't know if anyone else has anything else here, or maybe we can, we'll wrap up the space, and hopefully, like I said, more people will get downloading the wallet. If you haven't already, make sure you click the profile here for Koala Wallet. It is pinned tweet right to the very top. Go give the extension wallet a try out. Give it an install, create a wallet, send a couple funds, check out some NFTs, do all the things in it. If you have any feedback or suggestions or any issues, anything like that, definitely join in the Koala Wallet Discord. We have people in there watching all the time. Your chat will get answered very quickly. So if you have any questions, feedbacks, concern, anything like that, we would love to hear from you. Our DMs here on Twitter are also always open. So if you have anything that you'd like to DM us, feel free to go right ahead. And make sure you guys join the giveaway. It is one of the pinned tweets at the very top of the space. It'll also be, we'll be rehashing it and retweeting it throughout the week to get more people involved. So make sure you guys go get your entries in for that. Get the downloads in, get the extension tried out. And if you do like it, make sure to please leave a review on the Chrome Web Store. It would really help push our visibility in the store and really just push us up the charts, so that when people do searches for things like crypto wallet, things like that, the more reviews, the more downloads we have, the higher up in those result lists we will be, and it would be very much appreciated from everyone. So I'd like to thank absolutely everyone for coming and joining us today. It's been absolutely great catching up with all these amazing projects. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's lots of really cool projects in the Kadena ecosystem. And if you haven't checked them out, you can always go to kadenaecosystem.com and check out all the different projects that are building in the ecosystem. There's also a calendar there of upcoming AMAs of projects that they're going to be speaking to. When I say they, I mean myself. I do the AMAs over at Kadena Ecosystem as well. But make sure you guys go check that out, and make sure you check out koalawallet.io. It is your passport for the Kadena ecosystem and beyond. Very soon, we're going to be branching out into more ecosystems, including Ethereum, Bitcoin. So make sure you guys go and check that out. Also, check out our swag store, swag.koalawallet.io. Get yourself some really cool threads. We got t-shirts, hoodies, hats, stickers, all types of stuff. We also have some Kadena branded things as well. So make sure you guys go and check those out. But most importantly, what we're here to talk about, of course, is the extension wallet. So if you haven't already, make sure to go give it an install on your favorite Chrome-based browser. Leave a review. It'd be very much appreciated. And yeah, we want to thank everyone for coming out today. It's been absolutely great speaking with all these awesome projects and having some of our fellow team members join me in these AMAs. It's always nice to have some other members talking in and having their say. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us today. It's been an absolute blast.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks as always, Chris. We appreciate all everyone does on Kadena and ecosystem. Oh my God, Eucalyptus and Kadena Labs team. Oh my God, can't talk.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Shout out to the Koala team. Everybody, for all of our KMC family in here, we have the option to transfer your NFTs on our website. So if you want to switch it over to Koala, you can. We also have a feature where you can where you can transfer all of your NFTs at once to a different wallet. So if you're someone with 5, 10, heck, even 100 or 200 NFTs, and you don't want to, do one at a time, we have the option where you can transfer all, 50, all 100. All at once into a new wallet if you like. So definitely check that out. And if you need it, if you want to mine Kadena, if you're interested in it, whether you only want to have a fractionalized asset or you want a full KA3 for yourself, definitely get in contact with us. We'd love to help you along your mining journey. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for everybody up here. It's been a pleasure spending this time with you.
We love it. We love it. Thank you so much, Matt, for tuning in. Thank you for bringing your audience always in the fire they carry with them. We're so excited to keep working with you. I remember when we met, it's almost a year ago, we shook hands in November. And let's try to get together again and do something soon, because it'd be good to see you and your team in person. And keep on mining, man. Keep on supporting the network.
Yes, Kobe, that was awesome. Well, are you coming to Cypherpunk? You got to come to Cypherpunk, Kobe.
I will do my best. I'm drinking chicken soup right now. I will try to get there when it's time.
All right. Can't wait to see you, man. Can't wait to see. And everybody will have an immersion cooled KA3 running at like 230 terahash at the conference. So if you want to come see that in real life, definitely come down to Fort Lauderdale.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us. Like I said, make sure you give everyone here on the panel a follow. Join the Discords, get involved with the projects, and most importantly, go download Koala Wallet for your favorite Chrome extensions, now available in the Chrome web store. Make sure, if you do enjoy the app, make sure to please leave a positive review. 5 stars would be very much appreciated. Show the love, get the word out there, and get Koala Wallet up to the top of the trending list and all of those awesome, cool things. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today, and hopefully everyone has a great day. That's the end of Quality Time for today. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Don't forget to follow us on social media for the latest updates and news on all things Koala Wallet. Until next time, have a great day and take care.